Hello everyone, today I will be talking to you about the Decan wheel. This is our Decan wheel and you are probably getting impatient because you're waiting for my videos about the cards, but this is the last element that we need to know before we start talking about each of the cards and their interpretations and the symbolism included in them. So the Decan wheel has cards of minor arcana assigned here. So we have all of the pip cards here, so from 2 all the way through to 10. The aces are not included in the Decan wheel just because, for example, if we have 2 of wands here, 2 of wands has the energy of Mars in Aries, and all of these cards have a certain planet in a sign assigned to their meaning. The aces are the pure potential of the element. So if the Ace of Wands is the pure potential of the element of fire, it cannot be assigned anywhere here. This is too specific for the ace to be assigned to any of the decans. So that's why we don't have the aces here, but we have pip cards here. And then, which is very interesting, we have court cards on this outer wheel here. And from this, we can find out something more about the interpretation of these cards. So, for example, if we have Knight of Swords here, he rules these 3 decans, okay? So, these 3 cards are associated with his character. So, this is how we interpret him. And this is the 7 of Discs, the 8 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. And this is our Knight of Swords. This system originates in ancient Egypt, and the oldest versions that were found come from around the year 2000 BCE. Of course, the ancient Egyptians did not use our zodiac, so in those times, each decan was associated with a group of stars in the sky, and through these stars was associated with different deities. The way they measured time using this system was through observation. So when they were observing the cluster of stars rising over the eastern horizon, they knew that they were in this decan, for example. And then when the next cluster of stars was rising, they knew that they moved into another decan. So the decans were not equally divided like we have here. This system actually comes from Hellenistic astrology, and it's sort of a merge of ancient Egyptian astrology and what started to become popular in Hellenistic times. So we have our zodiac associated with the decans, and they are equally divided. Decan means 10th part. So as you can see here, this is a 360-degree wheel, and each sign, each sun sign, occupies 30 degrees and is divided into 3 equal parts. So each of our decans occupies 10 degrees of this whole wheel. And you can see that also the time during the year is divided between the signs. So this is just when sun is in each sign. For example, we can take Aries. Sun is in Aries from March 21st until April 20th. So this time is divided into 3 equal parts. So the first decan of Aries is from the 21st of March until the 30th of March. For those of you who know a bit about astrology, this will be easier to understand. There are some additional information here about each sign. So for example, for Aries, we have the information that it's a cardinal fire sign, and 3 cards from the suit of wands are associated with it, so 2, 3, and 4 of wands. And Aries is ruled by planet Mars, and Sun is exalted in Aries. The exaltation just means that Sun is doing very well in this sign. It cooperates very well and it can reach its full potential when it's in this sign. So, for example, in Taurus, Moon is exalted, and we know that the Six of Discs associated with the Moon in Taurus is our success card. So we know that this is the full potential of this planet that is presented in the Six of Discs. So here in this wheel we have our dates, so the year is divided into 36 parts here. You might think that this is a good idea to predict timing in tarot. So for example, if you get the Nine of Swords in a response to your question about timing, you might think, okay, I'll just check this time here, June 1st until the June 10th, and this is my time frame for this question. I've tried using it this way and it doesn't work. It is not helpful at all to do it this way, but I have another way to do it, and this is, let's take the same example. So if it's Nine of Swords, it's Mars in Gemini. So you can check in some astrological calendar when is the next time when Mars is in Gemini, and then this is your time frame. And I've used it this way and I've checked the results, and this is, I can't say this is very accurate, but it is accurate and it is helpful. Of course, in tarot, we are always getting the answer for now, so something can change in the meantime. And you know, like a planet in a certain sign, sometimes it can be 2 weeks, and sometimes it can be a span of a few months or even years, depending on the planet. So this is not always perfectly accurate, but I found this very helpful, and especially it's good if you get one of the cards that has Moon in a sign, and then you can really predict timing pretty accurately, and this really works. So you can check this out for yourself. This is a really good method. You might have noticed that I forgot to mention that one of the court cards is not assigned here. So we are missing our princesses. Princes are here, but princesses are missing, the same as aces. And the reason for this is that none of the pip cards are assigned to princesses. They do not rule over time. Like, for example, Queen of Cups will rule from the third decan of Gemini to the second decan of Cancer. Princesses are not connected with this. They are connected with space. So they have assigned to them parts of world. And Princess of Wands rules over Asia. Princess of Cups rules over Pacific Ocean. Princess of Swords rules over Americas. And Princess of Discs rules over the North Pole, Europe and Africa. I hope you liked this video and I hope you find this information useful. Please let me know in the comments if you are using any timing technique in your tarot readings. Let me know what works for you. Are you using the same method as I described here, or do you have a different one? Like, I'm really interested in this because a lot of people are saying that it's impossible to predict time in tarot. Some people will tell you that you can only predict time, like really in general. So maybe saying, oh, this will happen in 2 weeks or 2 years, things like that. I haven't found any other method so far that would be as specific as the one I described. So yes, I'm really curious about this. Okay, thank you so much for being here with me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.